Retailers and shopping channels have canceled myself and my pillow.
A message from President Donald Trump.
We cannot let Stacey the Hoax Abrams win.
You know who they are, Brian? These are the same people that hate
During
the
these
American
times,
people.
your support has meant everything to us.
I've been through a lot of crap when I was raising 2 young kids, and every comedian in the country had an OJ routine, and don't think I wouldn't want to slap a couple of those guys, but you got to accept it's humor, and I didn't even think that was all that egregious.
Okay, but guys.
Don Jr., well, tell me, what, this looks like you're taking on Drudge in the mainstream media. Why did you get all worked up?
They've gone woke.
You know, you're one of the best guys putting out Twitter, putting out, you know, your social media feeds. You obviously got
like you must
very
be telling
well
the truth. Of
informed
course, you've read the bill. You wouldn't be talking about it on
what
TV
was it
like some
that
kind
hit
of
your
knowledgeable
tripwire
expert.
that you said, hey, I got to do this. I've got to get a news aggregation.
100 votes for Biden, none for Trump. 200 votes for Biden, none. They wouldn't even give me a vote.
Channels have canceled myself and my pillow.
Now think of that. Think of it. And this is many times, many times.
State
it's
of
a
Florida
disgrace.
because of this law.
There on social media, Steve. You can see the stories, the Hunter Biden laptop.
Cancel myself and my pillow.
The Wuhan lab leak theory and everything that was debunked and all of the nonsense. You know, people were writing about these things. They were real. They were people questioning it. You just never saw it anywhere. You understand that whether it was a trade of ownership or whatever, you know, they've gone woke. They've decided to please, you know, the corporate overlords and, you know, cash out, make some money, whatever it may be. That's fine. But I was seeing all of these stories, and having lived in some of the stories of the last 5 years, I just needed people to see what was actually out there. So we created, me and a couple friends, super MAGA guys, all smart guys, all political, all saw just the dearth of information, the suppression of real information that's out there. You know, I'll never see war that they're not going to see it. If I do, I see 10% of what I would of an equivalent amount of posts from CNN. So we created MXM for a place that people can. They've gone woke.
As a constitutional law attorney, former senior legal advisor and personal counsel to President Donald J. Trump, Jenna Ellis believes in the rule of law and the importance of integrity in our elections.
Children, it's to confuse them and make them think that they can choose their gender, which absolutely they cannot. And I will stand on God's truth every single time. There are two genders, male and female, and God made us in his image, male or female. And that's just the truth. It's in the Bible, it's in Genesis, and it's just the flat out truth, Alex. And the whole idea
like 2 or 3.
Teachers,
and it's very important to me, you know, that, and I embrace a lot of people that are long shots in
this horrible agenda.
And then Ilhan Omar and Kamala Harris, our border czar and supposedly our vice president, what did they do? They bailed them out of jail so they could go back and do it again.
School anywhere that is indoctrinating children, that is teaching them that they can change their gender, that is teaching them anything sick and disgusting like this. We should stop all federal funding.
So are you going to write a bill or introduce a bill, because you've got the power to do it, we would all get behind you, a bill to pull federal funding out of any school that sexualizes children?
Absolutely, 100%. I'll meet with my team right after this interview, and we will get to work on it, Alex, because I will do anything I can to protect kids, and I only want allies.
Why did the mayor of Moscow's wife give the Bidens, both of them, $3.5 million? Why did the mayor of Moscow's wife give the Biden family $3.5 million? Why is it that the mayor of Moscow's wife gave the Biden family $3.5 million?
And one other question, and it's a little off topic. Why is it that the mayor of Moscow's wife?
They don't have things. You go to buy something at Tiffany, you go to buy something at a hardware store, high, low. They don't have product.
Who the hell ever heard of this stuff? You go to the stores, and the cupboards are empty. You go into Tiffany, and where is your ring? Sir, we think we can have it in the next 7 to 8 months. Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. I got a hooker waiting for a bracelet. So down to earth. Just a regular guy.
And she's ready to tackle the big cultural and legal issues facing America. This is the Jenna Ellis Show. Here is your host, Jenna Ellis.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of the Jenna Ellis Show. I'm Jenna
Whitey
Ellis.
on the
I'm
moon.
so excited today to finally have an opportunity to sit down with Kyle Rittenhouse. You all know
Love y'all. Wait on 3, 1, 2, 3.
And I love you.
There could maybe possibly kind of be some consequences, and I'll bring you the latest in my hopefully not recurring segment, Getting Slappy With It.
Now that you're relaxed, I hope you have a great night of sleep ahead of you.
Well, the most demonized member of Congress, that means the most feared, won the biggest landslide.
Recently, my network has gotten a lot of criticism, much of it from itself, because CBS News has hired the ex-president's former chief of staff, Mick Mulvaney, to, quote, provide political analysis across the network's broadcasts and platforms. For more, we go to the Late Show's own media analyst, Stephen Colbert. Stephen, your thoughts? What the
and stopping this radical sexualization of children.
Back to you, Steve. Thanks, Stephen. I, for one, can't wait to hear Mulvaney's trenchant and objective political analysis.
Taxes taking my whole damn check. Junkies making me nervous. Price of food going up, and a rat bit my sister. But Whitey's on the moon.
But here we have a real assault on our freedoms happening right now.
But Biden does plan to make one improvement, however. There will be no more Whiteys on the moon. Biden's going to diversify space travel. Tucked away in the administration's latest $6 trillion budget proposal is $7.5 billion to, quote, land the first woman and person of color on the moon.
You know, all the Democrats in Congress have their January 6th committee because they think there was an insurrection on January 6th. We need to remind them of the real insurrection that happened over the past 4 years when President Trump was in office.
And a rat bit my sister.
I'm so excited today to finally have an opportunity to sit down with Kyle Rittenhouse. You all know the just really amazing story that he went through, and we were all following that trial, and truly it was one of the moments, I think, that captured the essence of the American justice system. And, you know, for me...
Hunter Biden is the most protected person in the country.
That's the focus of tonight's angle.
He was given race and favor jobs well beyond his credentials.
It just is astounding.
You really can't find any business venture that does not revolve around his father's political power. Tens of millions from the Ukraine, China, Russian entities.
Hunter is this barely functional human. He had a roaring sex addiction, obsessively videotaping every aspect of his life.
Houston, you got a problem here.
And walked in a customer clutching 3 MacBook Pros.
It's not stuff you would ever want to see the light of day.
Offering to pay the big guy, Joe Biden himself.
This is American power come to do business, and Joe Biden was assisting at every stage.
Judge Jeanine Pirro hosts Who is Hunter Biden? Streaming now.
And unfortunately, the angle was correct.
Only on Fox Nation.
This is child abuse, pure and simple. But for example, you know, if children show an interest in toys or activities of the opposite sex, some parents, you know, who want to seem cool or who perhaps wanted to have a child of the opposite sex than what they got, join in on this and are ready to run to the doctors and get them all these hormones and surgeries and so on. And he was talking about how brave they are and how I have your back and all of that. It really is encouraging kids to, you know, to become transgender, not to mention all the encouragement they get from teachers and school boards and everything else. It's what she wants to see, what she wants to hear, what she wants to believe. This is, you know, girls are born still to this day with XX chromosomes and vaginas, and boys are still born, and they still will be, with XY and penises. Starting, for example, with elementary school, where they're teaching kids how to masturbate. You do not have to, I mean, for the human race knows how to masturbate.
This is institutionalized child abuse. They're working on destroying an entire generation of children.
Toys or activities of the opposite sex.
Well, what if John Voight had gone up there